Good morning, and thank you for tuning into the Andrew Tate Show, brought to you by the GSMC Sports Network. We've got a great show for you guys today. We're going to be covering the NFL scheduling a game on Christmas. Caitlin Clark offered a $5 million contract by Ice Cube's Big Three basketball league. Oregon State and Washington State reach a settlement with the Pac-12's departing members. And make sure you guys stick around for later in the show when we'll be diving into our oddities of the day. Before we start, I'd like to ask that you guys like and follow the show. Also, we get a number of questions from viewers that come in during the show, so to ensure that your question gets read on the air, I ask that you use the tips and donation link with your question. The tips and donation link is gsmcpodcast.net. This puts your question at the top of the list so that I can see it, and it also just really helps the show. Hello, Tate. How are you doing?
Hello, Miss Faith.
Hello.
How are you doing?
I'm okay.
Faith is playing injured again today. Injured, yes. Instead of,
I think I'm catching a cold, unfortunately.
See, this is why having remote studios are kind of nice.
Yes.
I don't get any of the cooties over there. No cooties for me.
No cooties.
Just be like, hey, Faith, how's it going from 4,000 miles away? Yes.
How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm busy.
Mm-hmm.
I have so much going on.
I feel that.
People do not understand. This is like this one little tiny part of what I do in life.
Yeah.
Is this show.
Mm-hmm.
So there's so much more. And so it's just like I'm always busy.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So I'm curious on some of these topics today. I'm looking forward to talking about these.
Yeah, there's some interesting topics today for sure.
So we got wide variety.
Yes, wide variety for sure. Alrighty, so the NFL is going down a bad road with its Christmas games on a Wednesday. For almost 100 years, the one thing the NFL didn't try to mess with was Christmas. Until 1989, there were 2 Christmas games in NFL history, a couple of playoff matchups in 1971. There was criticism over those games intruding on the holiday. Even when the NFL started trying out some Christmas games many years later, it was rare. Through 2015, covering 96 seasons of the NFL, there were only 17 Christmas Day games. The NFL would move its normal Sunday schedule if it happened to fall on Christmas. For different reasons, Wednesday was also off limits. From 1948 through last season, there has only been 2 Wednesday games in NFL history. In 2012, the NFL moved a Dallas Cowboys New York Giants season opening game from Thursday to Wednesday due to the Democratic National Convention, and a 2020 Baltimore Ravens Pittsburgh Steelers game was played on Wednesday due to COVID-19 complications. This meant the NFL had some limits, but apparently not anymore. The announcement on Tuesday that the NFL will have a Christmas Day doubleheader is troubling. The NFL saw that Christmas... Bless you.
Sorry. I couldn't even go reach for the mute button. I'm like, oh my God.
The cooties are coming through the screen.
Holy crap. I'm like trying to reach for the mute button and I couldn't make it. I'm like, oh my God. It got me. Everyone, Faith has infected me. The strain is coming through the airwaves. I was feeling good. Now I got Ebola.
Anyway,
go ahead, Miss
The
Faith.
announcement on Tuesday that the NFL will have a Christmas Day doubleheader is troubling. The NFL saw that Christmas was on a Wednesday and decided it was another day to take over. It's an incremental step. Don't think the NFL will stop there or that it's a step in a good direction.
Okay.
I don't know how I feel about football games on Christmas.
Okay. First off, all right, go ahead. You talk about how you feel about this first. Go ahead.
I don't know. It's Christmas. I know not everybody celebrates Christmas. I know different holidays for different religions, whatever. But I feel like a wide amount of people in the United States celebrate Christmas. And I know if I was dating or married to somebody who was a big football fan and he is glued to the TV during Christmas, I would be very upset. So that's how I feel about it.
Okay. I think you might have broke this article then. I
What?
look at it differently. I think you wrote this article.
I did
The
not.
person that wrote this article was kind of biased this way. First off, I'm going to say basketball, the NBA, and college football dropped the ball. They had Christmas Day on lock, and they fumbled it. Christmas Day, that's when the NBA starts. Really, you get excited about the NBA at Christmas, but it's kind of been lackluster. College football, they have all these crappy bowls in December. They could have really set it up where the first round of the college football playoffs are on Christmas Day. Make Christmas Day an important thing. They didn't do it. Well, guess what? Big Brother is like, you know what? Hold my beer. We'll make Christmas special. And I absolutely love it. When you think about Thanksgiving, it's just sewn into the fabric of America. You fill your up to your eyeballs in food. You drop down in front of the TV and you watch the game with family and friends. Well, now you get up in the morning. You get up in the morning.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Yeah.
Right. So you get up in the morning, you open your gifts, you hug mom and dad, aunt and uncle, cousins, girlfriend, wife, have a great time. You do whatever you do for Christmas. Then you watch the first game, you watch the second game, or you have a big Christmas dinner. Then you finish it off by watching some NFL. It should have been college football. It should have been the NBA, but you guys fumbled. And Big Brother don't play around. Do you think they're going to put some lame games on Christmas Day? No. It's going to be the big blockbuster game.
Yeah.
It won't be the Pop-Tart Bowl or, the imitation Frosted Flakes Bowl. No, it's going to be real games. They're going to take over. It's those imitation bag cereals that's like at the bottom of the aisle, right in the back where there's some dust on them and everything. No, the NFL's going to come and bring the hammer, and they're going to take over Christmas. I saw it last year when they played a game on Christmas last year, and they weren't allowed to. Things have changed now. Now, what did they say? They're dropping a doubleheader on Christmas.
Yeah.
They've taken Christmas from the NBA was the one that really made Christmas Day special. A lot of people watch the NBA, but the last couple of years, the NBA's just been kind of like, oh yeah, whoop-dee. And college football's like, we're gonna do the scrambled egg bowl on Christmas. Nobody cares. The scrambled eggs and bacon bowl.
I love the things that you choose for these bowl games. Pop-Tart, imitation cereal.
Whoa. Watch this. Type in the Pop-Tart Bowl.
Oh, is the Pop-Tart Bowl a real thing? I thought you were just joking.
The Pop-Tart Bowl is a real thing.
I thought you were just joking. Pop-Tart
No,
Bowl.
they're that lame.
I've never heard of the Pop-Tart Bowl.
No, do you see that?
Oh, they changed. Okay, so they've been changing the name of this bowl because it's at the Camping World Stadium because it used to be the Camping World Bowl.
Yeah, another lame bowl. And why are we going to the Camping World Bowl?
Before that, wasn't that the Orange Bowl, I believe? Before that? No.
The Orange Bowl is still the Orange Bowl.
Well, it was another big name bowl at one point, and then they changed it, and then it just kind of went downhill from there.
I'm telling you, it's it's the scrambled egg, the top ramen and scrambled egg bowl.
They should have a top ramen bowl if they don't have one.
See, that's all I'm saying. And now they come out with the college football playoff. This was a perfect time to do this. The the college football playoff starts on Christmas Day. It's a big deal. They could have done this. They could have set it up. They could have set up the college football playoffs so they start on Christmas Day. But no, they want to roll this stuff into January and February. Well, first round starts off at Christmas and rolls to New Year's Day and keep on going. Nope, they all fumbled the bag. Big Brother then came in there and they're going to come in, and I bet you, I'm willing to bet you're not going to have some lame game. You're not going to have the two bottom feeders playing on Christmas Day. You're going people. There's going to be butts in the seat, eyes on the TV as they're wearing their Christmas scarves and sweaters, as everyone is all happy that the NFL has saved the day.
Also, I feel like it's mandatory. They have to do it somewhere cold with a chance, that it's going to snow if they're going to do a Christmas game.
Ooh, I'm with you. See, now you getting the blood flowing. I had to loosen up here, do some calisthenics or something. That's what I'm talking about. Imagine you're playing. It's the Cowboys versus the Green Bay Packers on Christmas Day. It's snowing. You got your scarf that you got for Christmas. Little Jimmy's playing with with his action
cheese
with his action figure. Somebody else got their Google glasses on watching the game. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Christmas, they're gonna do the NFL will not fumble the bag and will not fumble this. They will come in and they will make it a big thing where Christmas, they're gonna take over Christmas. It will be, oh, cannot wait. We're going over grandma's house. We gonna open Christmas presents. People have a tradition. Some of them play football in the backyard and everything. And then what do you normally do? Once you've opened presents, once you've had dinner, okay, the family's all together. What do you normally do? Go shopping?
We watch Christmas movies. That's what we do.
Right. Leading up to that, now people are going to be like, sorry, It's a Wonderful Life. The Cowboys are on. We don't,
I don't think I would
trade up. My butt.
I don't think I would trade up my Christmas claymations for an NFL game.
Listen, you can watch Rudolph Shiny New Year, or you can watch Troy Aikman and Joe Buck talk about the Cowboys and the Giants playing. I'm going with the Cowboys and the Giants. Sorry, the NBA doubleheader, your ratings are gone. You're not playing
Honestly,
on the NBA,
If the NFL has decided that they're taking Christmas, sorry to the other sports that used to.
Big bank takes little bank.
Yep.
Sorry, Top Ramen and Cheez-It Bowl. You're not going to have that day anymore.
I think there actually is a Cheez-It Bowl.
No, there is a Cheez-It Bowl. It's like, no. We don't need another Mike's Hard Lemonade Bowl. No, we don't need that anymore.
Love me some Mike's Hard Lemonade, though. Well, how do you feel about it being on a Wednesday? Because
it's not on a Wednesday. Christmas is its own day. Nobody says, hey, Wednesday.
Oh, my gosh.
Christmas, that part's irrelevant. Whatever day Christmas lands on, it's Christmas.
It's just Christmas. Okay.
Christmas is a weekend no matter what day it lands on. If Christmas is on a Monday, that's a weekend.
Good to know.
Think about it.
So that means when Christmas comes, since it's on a Wednesday, I get Thursday and Friday off too.
Most people don't work on Christmas Day. Am I right? Most people do not work on Christmas Day. Most people don't work on Christmas Eve and the day after Christmas.
I work on
only
Christmas
a small select few do. So now Big brother Roger Goodell that made it a little more special now. Y'all got all a little something special in y'all's Christmas stocking. Y'all
Santa
getting
Goodell.
you're getting Kansas City and the Ravens. That's what Uncle Roger giving y'all for Christmas.
Yep.
Now, no more Lakers and the Milwaukee Bucks. You're getting the Cowboys and the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It's an upgrade. You went from those Google glasses to those Apple glasses now. You didn't upgrade it.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Merry Kwanzaa, everybody. Uncle Roger done saved the day.
Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark, who was offered a $5 million contract by Ice Cube's Big Three basketball league. So make sure you guys stick around, and we'll be back in a minute.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign.
I wanna be the greatest. Everybody on the fake shit. I look around and feel like everybody is the fakest. I make this every day and I'm impatient, hoping one day I blow up from the basement. Statement, the top is so vacant. I don't hear shit that I think is amazing. Waiting for my day when I'm playing sold out shows for 1,000 faces. Hey, give me that crown, get in my way and to be put down. It ain't your place, all this my town. If I want that shit, then I'll get it right now. I'm losing it, the noose it fits, some losing shit. A stupid myth, you choose to live or choose to dip. You choose to fight or lose your grip and lose a gift.
I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind? Please, Lord, give me a sign, a sign. I feel like I'm losing my mind. Is everybody in the world blind?
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were discussing the NFL and the Christmas game that will be happening this year, and now we're going to be talking
Uncle
about
Roger.
Santa Roger. And now we're going to be talking about Caitlin Clark's offered a $5 million contract by Ice Cube's Big Three basketball league. But before we do that, I just want to remind you guys to like and follow the show. Also, we get a number of questions from viewers that come in during the show, so to ensure that your question gets read on the air, I ask that you use the tips and donation link with your question. That link is gsmcpodcast.net. This puts your question at the top of the list so that I can see it, and it also just really helps the show. Alrighty. I just want to first say I did not know like Ice Cube owned a basketball league.
Yeah, he owns the Big Three.
Did not know that. Oh,
Yes,
Ice Cube.
See, we got Uncle Roger and Cousin Ice Cube now.
Mm-hmm. Yep, they're doing some good for everybody.
Yes, they are.
Alrighty, so Caitlin Clark was offered a path-breaking $5 million contract by Ice Cube's Big Three basketball league. Caitlin Clark and Ice Cube, the collaboration you didn't know you wanted. It could happen, but it's not in the recording studio. Ice Cube and his Big Three basketball league have offered Iowa's Clark a landmark contract to play in their 3-on-3 league. The deal is a $5 million for 10 total games, according to TMZ, and Clark would see even more money from endorsements and merchandising. $5 million is quite a bit more than Clark would make in the WNBA, where yearly player salaries don't typically rise above $300K. If Clark took this contract and became the highest paid women's basketball player ever, Ice Cube said that she would still be able to play in the WNBA. He sees the Big Three as an alternative to practice of WNBA players going overseas during the off season, which happened, the whole situation happened with a WNBA player when she was in Qatar, but
she was in Russia. I got you on that.
Oh, Russia. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah.
All right. Ice Cube writes a rhyme that I say. He also writes big checks too. And if Caitlin Clark is smart, she signs on.
She signs it on. Yeah.
Yes. Listen, it doesn't affect her endorsement. It doesn't affect her basketball career. It only helps her basketball career.
Yeah.
She gets out there on the big three playing against other men. And then you get to see kind of what she's like against the men. It's only going to improve her game. And she can get paid. That's $500,000 a game. 10 games, $5 million. Do a crossover, a fadeaway. Even if she gets smoked,
I would do that. I would get smoked for $5 million.
Exactly. Puff, puff, give.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm playing in the big three.
Yeah.
Listen, Q, you give me $5, I will go up in there and just shoot a couple of jumpers on the big three.
$5? You'll do it for $5?
Hey,
Tate,
you
told me. Now you told me to never sell yourself short.
You know what? You are right. You know what? I'm being honest with you. I'm not doing anything for less than 10 stacks.
Period.
That's right.
You get that money.
I am not.
And then pass some of it over here.
like Caitlin Clark going and dishing off some of my girl Faith. Q. Listen, Faith
throw some over here.
Faith is only 4'10".
4'11".
Actually, my wife had to defend you because I was talking about you, and I'm like, Faith, man, I'm like, Faith is 4'1" and this, and this, and this, and I'm talking. She's like, wait a minute, Faith is 4'10", 4'11". I'm like, oh 4'11". Yeah, that's right.
4'11". I'm 1 inch away from 5 foot. Well, half inch actually, but whatever.
Look at you. You're just hoping. I wish I was a little bit taller. I wish I was a baller. We're doing rap for Ice Cube. Why not bring it all out?
Oh, jeez.
This is not going the way you expected it at all today.
No, it's not. No.
Yes. No, I think it's great. This is exactly what women's sports needs. This.
She is setting women's sports off the charts right now. Every time I go and look at sports news, it's something, Caitlin Clark something on every website. So
it's either nowadays, tell me if I'm wrong. It's either Florida State is suing somebody, Jerry Jones is all in, or Caitlin Clark. Mm-hmm. And it is a good thing. Yes. I'm hoping I hope jealousy doesn't get the best of people and they turn on Caitlin Clark, because she's that ship that's making all the tides rise. You know what I mean?
Listen, even if people get jealous or whatever, they're still giving her attention.
If you don't understand, haters are going to hate. Haters are going to hate.
Yep.
But here's the thing. Caitlin Clark goes there, and let's say the big three gets killer ratings. Next thing you know, they're like, hey, next year, why don't we bring Diana Taurasi? Why don't we bring what's her name? The one that was with Steph Curry?
Sabrina Ionescu.
Ionescu couldn't get that out, so I had to get my girl. See, this is why Faith is here. That's
the only reason.
I may be the engine, but Faith is the wheels, the tires, the steering wheel. Faith is truly what makes this go around. I'm gonna keep it. Let's call it the way we see it here. But you know what I mean? If she does well, the more money she makes, the more money other women will get the opportunity to make. Mm-hmm. because of her, give me an example of how this affects even locally, even you.
Mm-hmm.
GSMC has been wanting to do more with women and women's sports for a long time. We had a women's MMA podcast, and that sucker just went over like, it went like a lead balloon. I was going to say something about something that happened in a church, but I kept it. I kept my, I just mellowed it out
Keep it
there.
clean.
Yep, kept it wholesome. PG 14. So, and it just didn't go over. We wanted to do a women's basketball one, but it just doesn't. The numbers and things weren't there when you start doing the research.
Mm-hmm.
Because of her and her popularity, bringing more attention to basketball over the last few years, it's opening up opportunities. So so GSMC is coming out with a Hoops and Heels podcast, which is going to be starting very soon.
Mm-hmm.
ESPN is ESPNW. That just kind of rolled out. I'm hoping that more and more things like the Caitlin Clarks, the Serena Williams,
Mm-hmm.
They're bringing more attention, which, it's a nice story. It's like, oh, we want to support the women, but then you look at the ratings and there's like -2 people watching the games.
Yeah.
That hurts, because then it's like, nope, we don't touch women. But people are tuning in for her. March Madness numbers are record.
Yes, I did it. I believe it was yesterday. I did a short on the Iowa's game was like broke records and was like the most viewed women's basketball game.
Do you see how that is super important?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like, and I may be blasphemous to say this, but it's kind of like Jackie Robinson going to Major League Baseball. I know some people say it's not on the same level, but it's kind of similar. If you go there and nobody watched and everyone boycotted the games, it'd be harder for bring in more Black players. But he excelled, which then brought in more. If she can come here and play in the WNBA and light it up, just like she did in college. She lit it up in college, then she comes to the NBA and light it up, and then she gets to play with the guys, and she does, let's say she does okay. That's a big story. That's a big story, which then makes it so other people get the big stories. Ionescu gets to have a 3-point contest with Steph Curry. She gets to play in the big three. It just brings it all up, and I am 100% behind it and love it.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, the minute I saw this, I'm like, I sent it to you. I'm like, we definitely, I want to cover this because it's important.
Women don't get enough credit. I mean, some of these women are, in my opinion, just as talented as the men. I mean, looking at Caitlin Clark, that I feel like that's an obvious statement. But, people never give them the time of the day. So I really, really like that women's sports is starting to boost up and gain popularity.
Here's the thing. You take an NBA game and you look at an NBA game, and let's say it's, there's 30,000 people at a game or 40 or whatever that number is, and it's 60% men, let's say 40% women. Okay. Those same women, a lot of them will not go to a WNBA game at all. Fraction of the cost. There's plenty of seats available. Nope, don't even think about it. When we started interviewing people for Hoops and Heels, and we started interviewing people, and they were like, no, I watch NBA. I don't watch WNBA. I don't watch women's college basketball. These were women. You know how many women I've talked to that's like, nope, I don't watch women's sports. I only watch the men. Why not?
Yeah.
If you know, it's kind of like, you know, you look around and over half this country is women. If women are supporting other women, shouldn't the WNBA just be packed with women? And guess what? You pack a stadium with a bunch of women and you know who's going to follow? Guys. Because we want to be where the women are at. Am I wrong?
No. What I don't understand, though, is like there are like Olympic sports that are mainly women, and they're really popular and they get a lot of views and stuff. Like, I believe women's gymnastics is like the biggest sport and like the most viewed sport in the Olympics. So I don't understand why like people will watch gymnastics, but women's basketball, they're just like, ugh, no, I'm not gonna watch that.
No. It's worse than that. You can be like women's figure skating.
Love it.
Come to the Olympics, awesome, right?
Love it.
Okay. How many times outside of the Olympics have you watched women's gymnastics? It goes on. I mean, women's figure skating. They've tried a professional league and all this stuff, and no one watches it. Outside of the Olympics, it's kind of like that. Women's soccer, they'll show up for the Women's World Cup. Don't ask me to watch no regular season women's soccer league. Are you crazy? We're putting together hoops and heels, and we're researching popular sports. I didn't even know there was a women's hockey league. I was like, what?
What?
Yes, see, I didn't even. Neither did I. I'm a sports fan and a big supporter of women. I had no clue that it was even on because the what's that one the cornhole championships pull more viewers than a lot of these women's sports, and that's a sin when
that's sad.
The population of the United States, forget the men. The hell with the men. We don't care about the men, okay? You're telling me you can't pack a stadium full of women? How come the women aren't going to these games? That's my thing. Get the women there, the men will follow. I'm supporting the women. That's why I keep bringing in Caitlin Clark, because they need to be heard. No, you know what I mean? Period. I want more women. Period. I'm pushing, Faith will tell you, I'm pushing for more women in the sports room every single day. I could have easily picked a guy who knows football inside and out, basketball and everything else. It's like, oh no, I got Faith and Faith.
He got me instead.
That's right. Y'all better recognize. And guess what? It's a better show with Faith. It really is.
I agree.
So don't think like, oh, I played college football, college basketball, and hockey, and I ran cross country. Can I be a host on your show instead of Faith? Absolutely not. Nope,
I cheered.
I want my girl Faith.
I did a sport. It just is not a popular sport.
Yes. Exactly. But it's still a sport. It doesn't matter. Women need to be supported. Women are growing and getting stronger in sports, and we're all better for it. That's my take.
Period.
I totally got on my soapbox, didn't I?
You did. And it's okay.
Have you noticed? I get kind of passionate about women's sports.
Yeah.
I want women to get more support and more eyes on them. So that's where I stand. Excellent.
Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to be talking about Oregon State and Washington State reaching a settlement with the Pac-12's departing members, ending a months-long battle. So make sure you guys stick around, and we will be right back.
Looking for your daily fix of sports talk without having to pay for it? GSMC Sports Network is available on YouTube. Just search GSMC Sports Network. Get your fix of daily sports talk shows on YouTube, absolutely free. NFL, college football, NBA, MLB, MMA, UFC, fantasy football, and so much more. GSMC Sports Network has shows running all day long, with new sports shows starting every 2 hours. Just like on your favorite cable sports channel, except GSMC Sports Network is absolutely free. Just search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube to catch one of your new favorite shows, like the GSMC College Football Podcast, Chip Shot Football Podcast, Hoops and Heels Women's Sports Podcast, GSMC Basketball Podcast, and so many more. Check it out for yourself. GSMC Sports Network, now available on YouTube absolutely free. Search GSMC Sports Network on YouTube right now.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about Caitlin Clark being offered a $5 million contract by Ice Cube's Big Three basketball league, and now we're going to be talking about Oregon State and Washington State reaching a settlement with the Pac-12's departing members, ending a months-long battle. But before that, I just wanted to say that Tate is sitting over here bragging on himself, saying his rapping skills are on point today.
You weren't expecting to be dropping some lyrics on you.
No, I did not. Did not think you would be dropping bars today.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Here's the question. Okay. Also, want to remind people, we were talking about this on the show yesterday, that we're going to be making a little change to the format.
Yes.
So it's going to be on Mondays, we're going to be talking about dating horror stories. We're keeping the faith on Tuesdays. We're positive, uplifting stories.
Yes.
That's what we're calling it. We're going to call it keeping the faith. Faith has faith in it. It's like these are uplifting stories. Wednesday, what's
Dumb
Wednesday?
Criminals.
Dumb Criminals. We got Thirsty Thursdays. That's all them people being a little thirsty out there in the dating world. And then we got Florida Man Fridays.
Yep.
I'm liking it.
I assumed these would be taking effect next week, though. So today we do not have...
This is just a public service announcement. Right. This is the public service announcement about what's coming.
Yes.
It won't be me rapping or anything like that.
I think we should do that. A whole 15 minutes. A whole 15-minute segment will just be Tate rapping different songs.
I could do, we were talking about Ice Cube. I could do a lot of old Ice Cube songs. I'm going to tell you that right now.
I don't know if I've ever heard a song by Ice Cube, honestly.
Ice Cube is from my favorite group in the history of mankind, NWA, which is Dr. Dre, Ice Cube, MC Ren, Eazy-E, DJ Yella. You know, I know him. DJ Yella didn't have a good career after NWA. Once NWA broke up, man, it's like Oregon State in the Pac-12. Nobody remembered.
Good way to tie that into our segment. Good job.
Oh, I'm a professional. I keep it going. All right, fire away.
Well, speaking of Oregon State, Oregon State and Washington State reached a settlement with the Pac-12's departing members, ending months-long battle. Oregon State and Washington State reached a settlement with the Pac-12's departing 10 members, officially bringing an end to the months-long legal battle over the conference future. Combined, Oregon State and Washington State will make $65 million in 2024 from the fiscal distributions of the departing members, with abortion distributions going through June, consisting of withheld which was $5 million, and supplemental $1.5 million revenue. The settlement notes that the departing members shall have no vote, direction, input, or other power with respect to the conference's use, allocation, and or expenditure of those funds. That means Oregon State and Washington State can apportion those funds with impunity a boon for the remaining Pac-12 programs as they navigate an uncertain future. Moreover, the departing members cannot seek to dissolve the Pac-12 unless both Oregon State and Washington State consent in writing. Further protections allow the remaining Pac-12 schools to seek an injunction if a departing member moves to dissolve the Pac-12, with severe financial penalties accrued for such an action. Man, I'll tell you what, Pac-12, the Pac-12 is just raking in the money now.
Are they not? The comeback. Don't call it a comeback. They've been here for years.
I mean, they got that $3.5 million, and so they were like, nah, keep it coming. We're going to get $65 million from all these other people that owe us, you know.
They're like Nino Brown in New Jack City. Can you tell I didn't get much sleep last night? I'm all awake today. Yeah. Give me sleep. I'm a mess. No sleep. This is what you get.
And I'm just delusional because I'm sick. It's a match made in heaven.
You don't even understand. Every time, like, the Pac-12 is doing really well in March Madness. Every time a Pac-12 team wins, it's like cha-ching. They get more money. Not the team winning. Oregon State and Washington State and they're packed up. As actually, they get more money. So every game that they win over the next like 5 or 6 years, as the teams that are leaving, they're all leaving, but they're winning in March Madness, and it's like check, another check, another check.
They getting
for
the
next few years. You know,
yeah.
the Pac-12 is doing it up.
They are.
They like with everything, you know, they're pulling in over $100 million in extra cheddar before they do anything. The Pac-12 is not gone. Everyone is writing off the Pac-12, you know, but it's just y'all left two little roaches around, and they're breeding and spreading.
Yeah, from what it looks like, it honestly looks like instead of the Pac-12 dissolving, it looks like the ACC might be the one dissolving.
Yes.
Yeah.
And guess what? The Pac-12 could absorb some of those teams. The Pac-12, I have said this before. Right now, it's weird to say this, but I feel like the brighter future between them, the Pac-12 feels like it has a brighter future than the ACC. Because if Clemson goes and Miami goes and Florida State goes and Virginia goes, and from there, North Carolina's going. That I saw a thing where the Big 12 is low-key keeping an eye on Duke, because if something goes down, they want the Duke Blue Devils over there. They want Pittsburgh. They want Louisville. Everybody is like waiting, just like, come on, Florida State, break up the ACC so we can get our Christmas gifts, you know? And nobody is looking at, hey, do we want Oregon State? Nah. Do we want Washington State? Nah. But they're still sitting there. And know what they're saying? They're just sitting in the corner, and they're just like, people are dropping off stacks to them.
They're like they're like a king and queen sitting in there.
Everyone thinks they're gone. Yeah, everyone thinks they're gone.
There's no way.
He's like Voldemort after Harry Potter. Everyone's like, he shall not be named. But it's actually, the name is the Pac-12. And they're making a comeback.
Yeah.
He's back. Yes. The Pac-12 is really coming back.
Yeah.
And they're how crazy is this? I was watching a thing. They were talking about that maybe as early as June or July, they may start adding teams. But with all this new, but with all this new stuff and all this new money coming in, there are some people speculating like maybe they
tomorrow.
just stay two teams. They may just stay two teams for the next 2 years because they got
can
all this
afford
money
it.
coming in.
Yeah, they can afford
Yes.
that.
They got cheddar coming in everywhere. They got pipelines coming in. What these teams are doing now gets spread out over the next few years, and they get all that money. So they're sitting there. They've licked their wounds. All right, nobody wants us. How you like us now? They're putting together a real. It's becoming a come up for them. And some of these things that they've negotiated is making it so if they put together a new conference, they may end up being still a Power 5 conference. Nothing is set in stone as far as their future. Everyone has all these deals in place, and things are coming out more and more that they have negotiated themselves back into relevance.
You know what's crazy? I think a month ago we were talking about the Pac-12, like they had to get a new commissioner, and we were sitting here like,
Kliavkoff.
Yeah, we don't really think that, the Pac-12's gonna be here much longer, and then they get that big like revenue distribution from the college football playoff, and now they're raking in $65 million from these teams that are leaving, and it's like, it's crazy what a month does.
Yes.
And what can happen in a month.
Now think about this, Faith. There hasn't been one college football game played at all. And college football is booming. There's still, they are keeping up with the Kardashians, keeping up with college football. That's the real story.
Yeah.
I'd
watch that.
Clemson, Florida State, name, image, and likeness. Deion Sanders, the Pac-12, the ACC, Big Ten, SEC, the Big 12. You know what I mean? Are the Big 12 going to add UConn? Do they want Gonzaga? You know? Where are the teams from the ACC going? We're not even talking about games or coaches or anything like that. College football is a story. It's a soap opera once the season ends. I feel like the off season's better than the football season.
For real. I was about to say that the football season's gonna be so boring after.
You're gonna be like, can we end this season so we can get to the gossip?
Boring. Move on.
Yes. College football, I mean, if you're sticking to it and you're following what's going on, man, it writes itself. You can't take a week off. Like Faith and I were like, yeah, we're gonna cool down on some of this college football, and then out of nowhere, it was like, hey, Clemson just sued the ACC. It was like, what?
There's no cooling down with college football. You can't.
You can only hope to contain it. You can't stop it. But this is a nice situation, and this is a positive story because imagine if you went to school at Washington State and Oregon State. Last year, you were like, it's over. Everyone's left us, and we're done. And now you're rising up like the Undertaker, and every time you turn around, somebody's paying homage and dropping off a big check. Here's another check for you. Here's another check to you. And they're sitting there like Nino Brown, just collecting money. You don't know. You definitely don't know that one. That's a New Jack City reference there, just in case.
No.
Just call that the Black Godfather movie and just move on from
there.
I
was gonna say it's like the Godfather. They're just sitting there with their hand.
Yes, it's exactly the same
Kiss
thing.
My ring and leave the money.
Yeah, it's slowly becoming that. It's amazing what has transpired. And yes, we joke around about it, but it's more of a very positive story that everyone left these two schools to die
high and dry, basically. Yeah.
Right. The conference has been around for 100 years. They were expecting it to just go away like the Big Eight or the Southwest Conference, and it's like no, they're not. These two schools are really setting themselves up. Not to mention, when everybody left, they got their own television network. They got the Pac-12 network. They have things that when they put all this back together, they could have a television network, a new television contract, new teams. There's plenty of money coming in. These two schools could be really set up. And I think it's awesome.
I do too. Props to the Pac-12. Y'all just keep raking in that money, man.
Yeah.
You deserve it after that everybody left you to die, basically.
It's kind of like everyone, like, you're hanging out and everyone leaves and abandons you, and then someone knocks at your door and drops off, like, you know, this lottery ticket for millions of dollars, and you're like, life isn't so bad anymore. We're okay. I can pay some bills now. The lights won't be turned off anytime soon. Now, see, I got a little nervous on saying that. The last time I talked about anything, then the lights actually went out.
Tate's gonna jinx us. We haven't had any technical difficulties this week, so.
Oh, yes, we have. Didn't we have technical difficulties?
When?
No, maybe we didn't.
I'm pretty sure Monday we did. Maybe. I don't remember. Anyway.
Mondays is always, there's so many
seems
technical
like
difficulties
forever
on
ago.
Monday.
Monday
Those porter
like
guys keep,
forever.
those gremlins and those porter guys just start coming out on Mondays.
Yeah, the little gnomes. They just cut cords and stuff.
Yes. So.
Alrighty, guys. Well, with that, we are going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to dive into our oddities of the day, so make sure you guys stick around, and we will be right back.
For the best and latest podcasts available anywhere, go to the podcast app on your cell phone and type in GSMC to access free content-rich podcasts on health and wellness, book reviews, sports, entertainment, relationships, social media, movies, technology, finance, and even weird news. Subscribe and download the GSMC Podcast Network's family of shows, available everywhere podcasts are found.
Alrighty, guys, welcome back. Earlier, we were talking about Oregon State and Washington State reach a settlement with Pac-12's departing members, ending months-long battle. And now, as always, at the end of the show, we're going to dive into our oddities of the day. This is... The headline for this story is just so funny to me. It says...
Okay.
Banana fight in... Pennsylvania gas station leads to charges for employee.
Whoa. Okay. I'm a little worried about this one. What kind of banana fight are we talking? I'm trying to keep this wholesome.
An actual banana. An actual banana.
Okay, sorry for a second. I got a whole different visual aid on this one. I'm like,
Jeez Louise.
whoa, talk about talk about thirsty Thursdays.
Tisk. Alrighty, so a fight that began with bananas being thrown inside a Pittsburgh gas station has led to one person hospitalized and a clerk facing charges. The incident occurred at a Sunco located in the 100 block of North Craig Street in Pittsburgh on Monday. The fight began when a customer threw a banana at the gas station employees, who then threw it back. The customer and the staff then began throwing multiple bananas back and forth, police said. So fun. I'm just picturing it in my head. The customer then punched one of the workers in the face. Employee Yubari
Jabari. We just gonna go with Jabari. We don't know him.
Sorry.
So
the employee.
we don't need to call him by his government name.
The employee, who is 26, then chased the customer into the parking lot and hit him several times in the head with a PVC pipe. The customer is currently The customer is currently hospitalized in critical condition. Police have not said if he's facing any charges. The employee was charged with aggravated assault and recklessly endangering another person. He is currently in the Allegheny County Jail.
Okay, first off, Faith. There are consequences and repercussions for your actions. You hit somebody with a banana, you get beat down with a PVC pipe.
I feel like the PVC pipe is taking it a little too far. Maybe just a little bit.
You know what though? Sorry. You bust me in the head with a banana, you getting the PVC. That's kind of the way I see it.
I would understand.
Did you hear my question I just asked you?
Yes.
Who threw the first banana? Come on.
A customer threw the banana first.
Yep, that's why you got beat down with a PVC pipe.
See, I would understand maybe if they took a banana and beat the crap out of him with the banana, but I feel like a PVC pipe is that's a little extreme.
If you bust me in the head with a banana, I am escalating. You know what
Tate says, I am escalating this situation. You're going to have a problem on your hands.
Listen, if I'm sitting there and you bust me in the head with a banana, this situation has gone to DEFCON 4. That's why you're getting beat down with a PVC pipe. Because you hit somebody in the head with a banana. You should have thought about your actions.
Your actions?
How you going to... the consequences of your actions on top of that.
Yeah.
Am I off on this one?
I think you're a little off. I would not beat somebody with a PVC pipe if they threw a banana at my head.
I didn't say a lead pipe. I said a PVC. It's a plastic one. You know,
it's still a lot harder than a banana, and you beat them so hard that they had to be hospitalized, and they're in critical condition.
You should have thought about it. Oh, are they in critical?
They're in critical condition. They beat them so bad that they're in critical condition in the hospital.
You can't. Okay, granted, you might have escalated just a little too far. You might have. I say might. I'm not making. There's maybe you should have pulled back on the PVC. Mm-hmm. All right. But
I think you definitely
sometimes things. First off, why are you busting people in the head with bananas in the first place?
Yeah, why are we throwing bananas around?
Listen, if you didn't want your butt whooped, you maybe should have thought about the escalation pyramid. You know?
Yeah, what did
if you'd hit him in the head, if you hit him in the head with a honey bun, you may get slapped. You hit him in the head with a banana, now that's the PVC pipe. There's levels to this game.
I think maybe if it was an apple, then I would understand the PVC pipe a little bit, because getting hit in the head with an apple would definitely hurt.
He may not survive. Like I said, just escalation. An apple, that's DEFCON 4. There's no coming back from that one. There is no coming back. An
apple is I'm taking you out back and we gonna take care of you.
You getting smoked for an apple. You may listen. From banana, it goes tomato. Okay, the lowest level is a honey bun. They're soft and pillowy. You're okay.
Yeah, you gotta think about that plastic wrap though. That plastic wrap would hit you.
You're just a little embarrassed that you got hit with a honey bun. You know? Then it goes banana, tomato, apple. It's on. All bets are off. You know? It is on. You an apple? Oh, you might as well throw a grenade at me.
I got tears in my eyes.
There's a hierarchy pyramid here. DEFCON
4.
You can't hit nobody nobody with no apple would not think you
Well,
gonna make it through.
For anybody that ever runs into Tate in public, honestly, just don't even look him in the eye. Because you make one wrong move and Tate is going to beat the crap out of you.
There is a hierarchy pyramid. You hit somebody, think about it. You hit somebody with some angel food cake, you know, a honey bun. You just mad. You done messed up my outfit, bro. But you hit him in the head with a banana, you get beat with a PVC pipe, and an apple, cancel Christmas. Cancel Christmas altogether. You don't, what do you say to this?
I understand, you know, being upset. I work in the service industry, so I deal with rude customers all the time. And let me tell you, there are some things that I'd like to do to some of the customers that I have to deal with. But, you know, if somebody threw a banana at my head, I believe I would get pretty angry, and I feel like I'd have to defend myself.
Would you write a stern? Is it like, are you putting hands on them, or are you writing a stern letter?
I think I would I think I would put a little bit of hands on them, but I would not take it to the level of going out back, grabbing a PVC pipe, and then beating them up. I would not go to that level. That's not really a DEFCON 4 in my opinion.
Listen,
if that ever happened to me.
When you get hit with that banana, you reach in your pocket and you pull out your beat down hierarchy pyramid, and you look at, okay, what was that?
Is it laminated?
It's laminated. Okay, both sides, front to back. And you look on there and it's like, oh, a banana. Where's a PVC pipe at? I need a plastic pipe to whoop his butt with.
You stay right there. I'll be right. Stay right there. I'll be right back.
Let me check out my little pyramid card. Okay, where are we at here? Okay. No, it wasn't a banana. That was some devil's food cake.
I think if they threw a banana at my head, I would find the banana that they threw at me, pick it up, and then just start like hitting them with it until it broke, and then I think I would feel like that was a good
doing
enough.
This, you can break a banana. You need something. You gotta raise that.
Maybe a couple punches get thrown in there as well. You know,
that's it. See, and what happens though when he went with the PVC?
I'm not gonna do that.
You're down with PVC. You know me. I just went with each segment. I did a little rap for each one.
PVC, you know me.
You know, that's all I'm saying. This is Tate's greatest hits right here. If you got to think about, your consequences and repercussions of your actions. Mm. People are here working. Yeah. And there's too many videos of customers getting a little too much lately. Yeah. Where they're taking things, their frustration because their life is miserable, and taking it out on the cashiers. Mm-hmm. Well, I feel like, that escalation hierarchy chart should be right at the door. When you like, for instance, all Waffle Houses should have an escalation hierarchy. Now,
you can't put Waffle House in this situation. No, Waffle House is its own thing.
Waffle House, their escalation is you get hit with a honey bun, you blow up the town. Their escalation is a little too much at the Waffle House. You can't trust
frying pan.
Yeah, you got to be careful about where you're at. Also matters. Mm-hmm. But honestly though, if you walk into a Waffle House, you are taking your life in your own hands in the first place. In between your pancakes and sausage, anything can pop off.
That is true.
So you got to be prepared for that. you're already in the war zone right there. especially if you're in a bad neighborhood, right? So, in this particular case, sorry, Faith. This is
You're not wrong, though. Yeah, you're not wrong. But
just saying. Okay, so hopefully, all jokes aside, I know I'm having a little too much fun.
Hopefully, you all
but
learned to
hopefully, this person, he gets well, healthy, and this is a cautionary tale that maybe I shouldn't be throwing things at cashiers because they may have a PVC pipe. And maybe this will never happen again in life. This guy's going to walk up to the cashier and he's going to hand his money with two hands. Here you go, sir. Hope you're having a great day. Thank you for the receipt, and leave.
Yeah,
because you've been beaten with a PVC pipe. You're never doing that again.
He has learned a valuable life lesson.
If you get beat down with a PVC pipe with a cashier, now you walk up to a line at the McDonald's and you're like, "Hello, fine sir. How are you doing today? Are you having a good day behind the counter?" I'm getting me some hash browns. You want me to get you like a McGriddle? You want me to get you something nice too, like a McGriddle or something like that to kind of balance out your day? You realize there's consequences there. Mm-hmm. That's all I'm saying.
Yep. All right, guys. Well, with that, we are going to close out our show for the day. Thank you for tuning into the Andrew Tate Show, presented by the GSMC Sports Network. Your support means a lot to us, so please remember to subscribe to the show and leave a positive review. It really does make a difference. We also invite you to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram for more content and updates. Thank you once again. Have a wonderful day, and we'll see you tomorrow. Peace.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet. Damn, ain't that